CAT 2021 VARC. Isn't that the Achilles heel for many? The point where you guys fumble and stumble and fall. Now, we are already in July, and you guys must be wondering, if I start my preparation now, will I be able to complete it in the next 4 months? Will I be able to come up with a solid strategy which will give me solid marks in VARC? Okay, I can manage my way in QA, I can manage my way in DI, but then what should I do for VARC? I wish somebody could give me a written strategy. Somebody could show me the way. This is what many of you must be thinking. And that is why I'm here to discuss these points with you all at one go, so that your worst apprehensions can be put to rest. Hey guys, I'm Shabana Shahab, your educator for VARC, and we are going to talk about your strategy, your syllabus, and some important do's and don'ts for your CAT preparation for VARC section. Yes, because just a few months are left. So if you're all set, we can start. Before I take you over to the main topic, I would like to run you through some quick announcements. This, you can see, of course, this is not part of the announcement. This is your dream, your lofty dream. You have set your mind that you want to see yourself either at ABC वाला Holy Trinity or maybe Blackie. ठीक है, ये दोनों में से इसके आगे तो और कहीं नहीं जाना है आपने, ये आपने सोच रखा है. Now, if you have such lofty dreams, you require a good strategy also, right? You require the right mentorship. You require the right kind of syllabus, the right kind of study material, the right kind of books, the right kind of classes, the right backlogs, and the right mindset. That is what we are going to talk today. All right. CAT Iconic, that's the one-on-one mentorship program. And this, if you take a subscription to this particular program of ours, you can be assured that there will be a personal level guidance which will help you, which will kind of keep you motivated towards your goal. And even if you don't feel like studying, or if you kind of feel depressed, you can just reach out, you can ask for some guidance, and then you will be good to go. So if you're really looking forward to that kind of a guidance, please go for this, the one-on-one mentorship program. The referral code is Shabana Live. You can use that to take that subscription. Some ongoing batches, 10th July, 14th July, 17th July. The one that starts on 14th July has me also, and my part is going to start on 19th. I'm going to do Jumbles, and this particular portion of mine will be called the 100 Jumbles. I'll be bringing to you a compilation of easy, moderate, difficult, ambiguous, not so ambiguous Jumbles, and then we will glide through those 100 Jumbles, trying to see which ones are the best, which one should be done, which one should be omitted. So guys, if you are really looking to fortify your Jumbles practice, please join this particular batch, which starts on the 14th. My portion starts on the 19th. Oh yes, something very interesting. This is the Amazon Eco Dot contest, I can call it. How do you participate and how do you win? Well, at the end of the session, there will be a question. You have to simply answer that. If you answer it correctly, you get 1 dot. Similarly, when you're attending the other sessions, there will be questions at the end of all those sessions. If you answer those questions again correctly, you will get dots. The person who collects the dots and who wins the most correct answers, who gets the most correct answers, gets to win something. So just keep an eye out for the question at the end of these sessions. Okay, let's come straight down to the strategy. If I talk about VARC strategy, I would say break it down. This is point number 1. I have 5 points for you as part of strategy. Break it down. There are 5 important aspects of your preparation. What are those aspects? See, this is not QA, this is not DI. If you think that you are going to just go to an educator, ask him to give you 100, 200, 500 questions, sir, give us 20 sets for DI, sir, give us 500 questions for QA, and I'm going to sit back and practice at my own end, sir, don't worry about it. This is not going to work out, guys, because this is VARC. You all know it. We are building up a language. Just like Rome was not built in a day, VARC cannot be built in a day. It cannot be done overnight. So what you have to do is you have to break it down. And reading every single day, that is very important. I'm not asking you to read 2 to 3 hours. See, we are already in July. Let's say you have 4 months left: July, August, September, October. I'm not considering November or even a part of it. Now, what happens is, if you read every single day, you have 4 months. 4 months means 30 into 4, if you do 120 days. 120 days, and I ask you to read only for 20 minutes per day, right? So you can do the math. Don't ask me to do it, please. That is like a bit too much for me. So 120 days into 20 if you do, ठीक है? 12 to 24, 2400 इतना आ जा रहा है मेरा, हाँ, okay. So if you do those many minutes of reading, you are definitely going to benefit on the D-Day. Why? Because you will be able to understand your RC passages better. The second thing is building a good vocabulary. Every single day learn 5 to 6 words, not more than that. If you are going to learn more than that, like more than 5 to 6, you will be cramming the words, and cramming never helps. It's not like a DI ka question, not DI I would say, it's not like a QA ka question ki you lap it up and then on the D-Day you go and regurgitate. You can't. It's vocab. Vocab is unlimited, and for vocab you need to know the usage. So just go slow. 4 to 5 words every day with usage, with kind of the proper meaning, the proper sentences and everything. All right. The third thing on this slide is doing self-practice. Pick the right sources. Now, if I talk about VARC, July onwards, you should be practicing from old mocks, the archives. So whichever institute's mocks you select, it's up to you. But just go to the archives, pick up the old mocks, and you can start solving from those. You should keep a target of at least 50 to 60 old mocks ka practice. Okay, and then of course when we talk about VARC, you can also go to the GMAT practice material, which is there available on the internet. So you can just pick from there and you can solve VARC questions, especially RC. The questions of RC are pretty much similar to what we get in CAT these days. Then covering important backlogs of sessions that you may have missed. I would not ask you to cover all the backlogs if you're following me, because I know that's going to consume a lot of time and you have a paucity of time right now. So what I would suggest is you first decide on the topics. I have to do these topics, RC, CR or whatever. We are coming to that a little later. You decide on the topics and you just pick the basics wala courses of those topics. For example, RC. You know RC is extremely important. You pick RC, go to January. I had done RC basics course in that month. Pick that from there, cover the basics quickly, and then whichever ongoing course I have in this month, sit for that. Like from 19th of July, I'll be starting an RC course which will focus totally on question selection, speed pickup and accuracy all put together. So what I would suggest is check the RC backlogs from Jan and get yourselves enrolled for this upcoming RC course. The timing will be 9 to 10:30 p.m. and it will be on alternate days, so it's going to be very convenient for you guys. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, important backlogs. Get started, guys, and don't run after all the backlogs. If somebody says that you have to cover 60, 70 courses, backlogs and all, please beware. You are just kind of going off track. Okay, and the last point is attending live classes. Don't underestimate the power of live classes, because you get to sit in a class where others are also solving. So you will be on your toes. Oh, he's getting the answer correct, he's getting the correct, I also need to do it. So there is no question of complacency setting in. Moreover, the teacher is there in the class, so whatever doubts you have, you can pin your doubts. We have that facility. Pin your doubts. If the teacher sees your doubt, she or he will definitely answer. All right. So once again, I'm saying this: reading every single day, building a good vocabulary, doing your practice, covering only the important backlogs, because now you're already in July, and live classes. This is point number 1. Okay. The next one, a teaspoon daily. Now, if you think you need to do something, let's say in November, there is a certain goal, and for that, I'll gobble up everything in one go. It's not going to help you, because as I said in the beginning, it's VARC. It takes time to build. So what I would suggest instead is a teaspoonful daily, a small dosage every single day, which takes you a long way towards your goal. So what is this dosage that I'm talking about? It's the daily YT session. YT is YouTube. And I'm not talking about any YouTube session, mera apna channel ka, no. I'm talking about Unacademy, CAT-alyst, ka YouTube session every single morning that I do. What is it? It's New York Times ka editorial. So what we do is, like, we cherry pick one editorial from there, and it's given to you at 10 a.m. every day except Sundays. Sit for that session. It's a crisp 20-minute session, 15 to 20 minutes, that's it. And in that session you get to understand how to handle a passage, like, okay, what was the flow in the passage, what was the crux, oh, the author's tone over here was this, his tone over there was that, okay, what is one word that can be filled here. So you're getting this 1 teaspoon every day while you're having your morning chai or coffee or Bonvita or Nutrimul or Horlicks. You can just sit with me for those 20 minutes and get enriched. And yes, one more thing. Every single morning, I try to come up with something new, a topic that will help you expand your horizons. So it's actually quite enriching. Join me for it from tomorrow itself. And yes, there's a playlist also of all my previous YT sessions. The playlist has been posted on the Telegram group, so you can kind of join my, you can attend my live sessions, my plus sessions. You will be given the Telegram group, join the Telegram group, and you can get the playlist there. Even otherwise, if you go to Unacademy CAT-alyst and search over there, you can get the playlist. All right, taking you to point number 3, practice is the key. Self-practice, time-bound practice, diverse sources. I'll tell you one by one, all these 3 points. Self-practice, that's very important because that gives you confidence. So you already, I'm sure you must have started your practice. Time-bound practice. Do the 30-minute wala trick. I have explained it to my students in the class, so many of them must be aware of it. 30 minutes ka timer set kariye, okay? And you just pick any 3 RCs. Let's say you can even pick from different sources, 3 RCs. Timer is for 30 minutes. Don't keep looking at the timer. Don't look even a second time. देखो ही मत, लगा के आप छोड़ दो उसको. Okay, and you kind of tell yourself that within these 30 minutes I have to complete these 3 RCs. At least out of 15 I have to complete 13 questions or 12 questions. Okay, this is your target. You get started. Now you will be kind of trying to do it a little fast, okay, faster than the normal days. So this is called the 30-minute technique. Now what happens is, for the first 8 or 10 days you will not be able to do it smoothly. You will fall. Bhai, aap insaan hi hai, right? How can you suddenly kind of train yourself कि हाँ 30 minutes के अंदर 3 passages कर लो? It's not going to happen so easily. You're going to falter, you're going to fall. But don't get demotivated. For the first 10 or 11 days this will happen. 12th day or 13th day onwards you will see an improvement. पहले जहां आप नहीं कर पाते थे कुछ भी, like मतलब 2 passages हो रहा था, only 2 passages in 30 minutes. On the 11th or 12th day or 13th day, you will see that you will be able to cover like half of the 3rd passage also. That is improvement. Okay, so that is what I mean by time-bound practice. And guys, if you do not start your time-bound practice now itself, there is no way that you will be able to do it on the D-Day. होगा ही नहीं. Out of 5 passages, you will be able to do only 2.5 or 3, and that will be like a very low number of attempts. Okay, then the 3rd point on this slide is diverse sources. Why do I say diverse sources? Just so that you can have a taste of different things. Your brain stays used to different kinds of, different types of questions, different types of passages, different ways of thinking. Got it? So these are the 3 things that you should start regarding practice. Let me take you over to the 4th point, D for doubts. Doubt sessions. See, whenever you're solving questions, you will come across doubts. ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता कि भाई किसी का doubts हो ही ना, right? So doubt sessions are there. Every 4th session on Unacademy Plus is a doubt session. And I, for one, adhere to it religiously. I believe the doubt session is required. Why? Because students come up with doubts, and if they won't come to me, where will they go for the doubts, right? So every 4th session on Plus is a doubt session. Even otherwise, you can reach out to the educators. Like for example, if you join my classes, my Plus classes, you get to join my Telegram group, and then you can reach out to me for your doubts, your personal doubts. If you have got a compilation of doubts, you can send that to me, right? And I will take it up in one of the classes. That is how I have been doing so far, and it has been working out very fine for the students. Okay, the 5th point, mocks. Extremely important, but I would like to point out something different over here. Students get into this frame of mind that I have to do 70 to 75, 80, 90 mocks from now till CAT. That is where they are going wrong. You know what happens? You are in that frenzy of completing mock after mock, and then what happens? You forget the analysis part. Guys, you may as well not take the mocks. It's of no use if you don't do the analysis. So what I'm trying to say is, instead of running after 75 to 80, 90 mocks, just pick 25 to 30 mocks. Like if I were in your shoes, I would pick 30 mocks, 25 to 30 from now till CAT. Okay? Those 25 to 30 mocks will be from a very good institute or from a very good source. जहाँ से आपको pick करना है, you buy it. After that, what happens? You take the first mock. VARC I'm talking, you take the first mock. After that, you check your score. Then they send you the analysis. Analysis means they send you that, at the end of every question, it will be given to you. How many minutes you took? How many minutes others took? Did you get it wrong or right? This is the explanation, right? So now you have to sit with it and you have to analyze. I took a lot of time in this. Is this my weak point? Should I omit such questions in the future? I got this one wrong. The others, the percentage of students who got it right was this. So that means this was a question which was not very difficult, right? So why did I get it wrong? I need to check why I got it wrong. Did I think differently in that question? Maybe I need to change my thought process. This is called analysis. So that you are well prepared for your next mock. You are well prepared, like, okay, these are the types of questions that I should do. Okay, these are the questions that I should avoid. Why? Because I'm taking a lot of time in these questions. That is what I mean by analysis. And those students who do the mocks, who take the mocks, but don't do the analysis, are not benefiting themselves in a big way. All right, fine. Now let's come over to the syllabus. That was strategy. If we talk about VARC syllabus, there are 9 to 10 topics. All the topics don't have equal weightage. So who's the Shah Rukh Khan of our syllabus? Of course, RC. Anybody who's aspiring for CAT knows this point, right? And RC is actually very, very important. Why? Because you get many passages. You get about five passages in the exam. Minimum 5, I'm saying. You get 5 passages. Agar a full length exam hai, agar half length exam hai, like CAT 2020, you will get 4 passages. Full length hai to minimum 5, otherwise 6 passages can also be there. Right? A mixture of long and short passages. So you get 24 questions from RC and 10 questions from VA. So it's very easy to see weightage kisko mil raha hai. Moreover, the positive point that RC has is that the answers are there. You just need to kind of go deep down into the ocean and come up with the pearls. You should know where to look for the pearls. Answers are there. No external knowledge is needed over there. Okay? So these are the components of your RC, like basics of RC, short and long passages, types of questions. That's very important. You need to wrap your head around those. Why? Because when you are selecting the questions on the D-Day, you will know very easily, oh, this is inference type, random inference या specific inference. Oh, this is critical reasoning. कैसा वाला? Specific critical reasoning या main idea critical reasoning? So once you understand the questions, you will be able to do it in a very nice way. Okay, and similarly, process of elimination, you have good reading sides, how to build vocabulary. These are the points that you need to pay attention to when we talk about RC. So RC is the Shah Rukh Khan of our syllabus, VARC syllabus. Focus on RC, guys, instead of wasting your time on all the other topics. See, be prepared for all the other topics. I'm not saying you should omit any of those. But जब हम मैथ्स का स्कूल में करते थे मैथ्स का पेपर, तो हमें पता था ज्योमेट्री से इतने क्वेश्चंस तो आने ही आने हैं, राइट? अरिथमेटिक का एक ये पोर्शन है जिसमें से आना ही आना है. सो दैट इज व्हाई वी नीड टू फोकस ऑन दैट पोर्शन which will definitely be there in the exam, and we can do well in this section if we just get down to it in a serious way. Fine. All right, the next one, critical reasoning. Critical reasoning these days comes as part of RC. पकड़ लिया शाहरुख ने सलमान बॉय को, ठीक है? So critical reasoning is सलमान बॉय of शाहरुख films. कुछ कुछ होता है में या किसी और में भी आप उठा के देख लो, सलमान बॉय is there, he comes as a guest entry, लेकिन his presence is pleasant. कभी भी ऐसा एंटागोनिस्टिक नहीं होता है इन दोनों का अपीयरेंस एग्जाम उसमें फिल्म्स में, ठीक है? सो वही है यहाँ पे, सलमान भाई हमारे क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग है, ही मेक्स एन अपीयरेंस छोटा सा appearance, cameo role, and that appearance is pleasant. Okay, so critical reasoning comes as part of RC. You need to do the basics of critical reasoning and you need to get your head around these topics. ये जो आपका होता है ना, conclusion, weekend, strength and assumptions and all. You can expect one question per passage in the exam. So that makes it 5 to 6 questions of critical reasoning. Critical reasoning में inference भी आता है, and inference is like a hot favorite of CAT. Okay, so critical reasoning, aa gale lag ja. Next one, short summaries. You get 3 questions of short summaries in the exam, and short summaries are very doable. Just like Jaya Bachchan जो रहती है मूवी में support, she lends support to Shah Rukh Khan's character. How? Short summaries में क्या होता है? They are very doable, as I said. So if, like, you know, while doing RC, you realize that, okay, there are a few questions that I'm not comfortable with. Let me go to VA section. Let me check out the questions. Don't straight jump to PJ. Okay, that will be like committing suicide. Go to short summaries. There will be 3 questions. Pick 2 questions out of 3. How will you pick those questions? You have to see which questions have a nice flow. I have taught all these things in my short summary course, and yes, there's an ongoing short summary course which is called Short Summaries, 100 Short Summaries. So in that we are doing a compilation of easy and difficult and moderate short summaries, and in that we are discussing the flow, the transition words and whatnot. If you do that course, 100 short summaries, after that you will be like good to go with short summaries, I'm telling you, and it's a very, very doable topic. Jaya Bachchan ka nice and pleasant presence in Shah Rukh Khan movies. Okay, all right, the next one, Parajumbles. Okay, this is considered an important topic. Why? Because you get 6 questions of Parajumbles in the exam. Yet I would like to make this point that this is kind of a villain. Why? Because you get theta. Theta is type in the answer. Okay, आपको ऑप्शंस नहीं दिखेगा. ऑप्शंस रहने से तो एवरीथिंग बिकम्स इजी, बट दे गिव यू टीटा. ये दिमाग खराब हुआ था कैट का कुछ 3-4 साल पहले, एंड दे रियलाइज्ड ओके, लेट्स मेक इट ट्रिकियर फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स. दे हैव बीन एबल, द स्टूडेंट्स आर डूइंग कैट एग्जाम्स वेरी नाइसली. ओके, सो लेट्स थ्रो अ स्पैनर इन द वर्क्स. कुछ तो गड़बड़ करना है उनका, सो दे स्टार्टेड टीटा. टीटा में बोले तो ऑप्शंस नहीं. नाउ इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट. Parajumbles में क्या होता है guys? Let me give you the inside point. See, Parajumbles में it's a paragraph. They pick the paragraph from a source. Now, how do you know that that source was, that particular paragraph was written by a good author who follows the techniques of writing? If that author did not follow the techniques of writing, you will not be able to apply your techniques, Parajumble techniques, right? So what can you do? So when you think that, okay, these 2 sentences should be a pair, or later it comes out to be something else. So that is why I say in Parajumbles there is always that element of ambiguity. No matter how many questions you practice, no matter how well you do the techniques, still I would say do your techniques. There are 12 to 13 techniques of Parajumbles. You can check my techniques wala course and you will be kind of very clear with the techniques. After that you can do some practice, or maybe you can join my upcoming Parajumbles ka course which is there on which starts on 19th, and that will be 100 Parajumbles. So after doing the basics you can simply join there and we will just see इसको करना है, ये वाला क्वेश्चन में एम्बिग्विटी है. सो हाउ दैट विल हेल्प यू इज यू विल बी एबल टू एनालाइज एंड असेस द क्वेश्चंस. इसको करना चाहिए या नहीं, इस पे टाइम वेस्ट करना है या नहीं करना है, राइट? सो दैट इज पैराजम्बल्स. एंड यस, इफ इट इज टीटा क्वेश्चन, सो टीटा में क्या होता है, देयर इज नो नेगेटिव. सो भैया जब नेगेटिव नहीं है तो हम मार्क तो करके आएंगे ना, आंसर तो भर के आएंगे, कुछ भी छोड़ के मत आना. आप आंसर लिख दीजिएगा आप, राइट? But don't devote too much time to those theta questions, because in the end, for all you know, you may get those wrong. So what I would suggest in the end is Parajumble 6 questions, theta questions, pick any 3. 3 will be doable and the remaining 3 will be like googlies. So pick the right 3 questions, 3 into 3, 9 marks you get from there, and spend like about 2 minutes per question. That is what I would suggest. Odd one out, that's the next topic on the syllabus. Weightage kitna hai? 2.5. I mean, you are going to get maybe 1 or 2, not even 2, 1 question of odd one out. वो एक question के लिए, do you think it's a good idea to sweat it out? जिंदगी खराब करें हम ऑड वन आउट के लिए? ना 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 ना, उनको आप इग्नोर भी कर दें तो चलता है. If you are kind of doing well in reading comprehension and critical reasoning and short summaries and चलो पैरा जम्बल्स भी थोड़ा बहुत समझ आ रहा है, why do you need to sweat it out over odd one out? देख लेना एक बार आप उसके टेक्निक्स क्या हैं. जस्ट रिमेंबर हाउ टू डू इट. इट्स नॉट अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट वन, ठीक है. लेकिन एम्बिग्विटी रहती है, इसलिए मैं कह रही हूँ कि यू कैन प्रॉबली जस्ट काइंड ऑफ कीप इट ऑन द शेल्फ. अगर कुछ नहीं समझ में आया और अगर ऑड वन आउट अच्छा दिख रहा है तो यू कैन डू इट. ओके. Para completion, this is another sidey topic. Odd one out and para completion, these two I always keep on the shelf. अगर easy हुआ तो कर लेंगे, नहीं easy हुआ तो जाने दो. Para completion में क्या है? They give you a paragraph and they delete the last sentence. Now you have to get into the author's head and you have to see how he completes the paragraph. But one thing is there. If that author is a good one, if he has followed the right writing techniques, you will be able to come up with the last sentence very easily. Why? Because there are certain techniques that go into solving para completion. But if that author is an average one, a mediocre one who just kind of, wrote anything without following the techniques and CAT picked his paragraph, you can't do anything about it. You will be totally lost. The last bit, extras in the movie. What is the weightage? A lot. What are these extras? FIJ, fact inference judgment. You don't get separate questions of FIJ, but you need to know facts from inferences, from judgments, the differences. Fallacies. There are many and many and many fallacies, but I have taught a few common fallacies. How do fallacies help you? They help you in elimination process. Figures of speech, very important. Vocabulary, very important. I have taught all these topics. These are there as courses under my profile, so you can go and check these and just go through these. These will help you a lot. Okay. Now it's time for the Amazon Eco question, because I'm done with my syllabus, my strategy and everything. I'm sure you guys got a little bit of clarity after listening to all that, and now you know where to go. Amazon Eco question, take a look at it. Life is but a walking shadow is an example of what? Metaphor, hyperbole, apostrophe or simile? I leave it to you. Think about it in the comment section, mark your answer and get a dot. It's time for me to say bye-bye to you. I hope you guys understood a little bit from whatever I spoke so far, and I hope it's going to be the beacon for your preparation in the remaining months. Take care, guys. See you all. Bye-bye.